Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And so today I'm bringing you a new deck that I am calling Doom Ape. It revolves around Annihilape. It is a very fun deck. I have really enjoyed it. It really uses the Rage Fist attack. That's the main one that you're going to want to be doing, which does 70 for each prize card your opponent has taken. So going behind on prizes is kind of necessary in the deck. You do have the Dynamite Punch to do 170, which is a phenomenal attack as well. You do 50 to yourself, which can actually work towards getting yourself KO'd, so your opponent goes, gets a prize, and then another Annihilape can do even more damage. I know there's an Annihilape EX also coming out. I haven't really started diving into the Paldea Evolved spoilers. I really should, though. Let me know if you want like a video going over the set, or I got some ideas. I don't know what I'll do, but let me know what you think down in the comments. So, Annihilape. This is what it evolves around, but it is a stage 2. And if you watched yesterday's video about Rare Candy, you will know that I do play Rare Candy in the deck. You can also see in the deck list here, I do not play any Primeape. I am fully reliant on Rare Candy, which is a scary idea, but I swear it works. So we've got 4 copies of Annihilape, we've got 4 copies of Mankey. We have, because we need to evolve Mankey into Annihilape. We've got 2 copies of Bidoof with Bibarel, because we are using the Skwovet Bibarel engine, which is a lot of fun. And we are also playing Hisuian Decidueye V. Hisuian Decidueye V. We are also playing that, and the VSTAR, because the V has the Mountain Hunt attack, which lets you search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck. That could be a Rare Candy Annihilape. That could be a double Turbo Energy and a Decidueye VSTAR. It can be a Bibarel and what's that trainer? Not Arvin. Avery, jeez. It could be a lot of different things, so I really like that. And then, as I mentioned, we are playing double Turbo Energy plus Fighting Energy, so we can use the Somersault Feathers, which can be a very powerful attack. It does 160, then you can discard up to 3 energy cards from your hand, and it does 30 more for each card discarded this way, maxing out at 250, which is a good chunk of damage, but not really getting those one-hit KOs on opponent VSTAR and especially VMAX. But it's a good chunk of damage and can really set up KOs. So, we obviously want to start with Hisuian Decidueye. That's why we're playing 3 copies of it, to try to increase our chances of starting with it. We've only got 2 copies of Hisuian Decidueye V. We only want to play 1 Hisuian Decidueye. Circumstances might require a second, but in the field, we really only want the 1, and evolve it into the Decidueye VSTAR, and use its Somersault Feathers until, we get like Annihilape, we get enough Annihilapes, evolved up, and this one gets KO'd. So when Decidueye gets KO'd, you give up 2 prizes, and that means Rage Fist is doing 140, and that's if they haven't got to any other KOs along the way. They might gust up something, boss's orders or whatever, and KO a 1 prizer, and then Decidueye goes down, and then that's 3, so Rage Fist would be doing 210 for a single energy. Rage Fist just adds up so quickly and allows you to get some really big, important KOs. The only issue I have with the deck is the fact that I do not have boss's orders in it currently. Space and consistency and all that jazz. I really struggle to put boss's orders in my decks. I don't even have Serena in this deck. It's a weird one for me too, I know. So, but we also have that Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR, VSTAR Power, Star of Fortune, lots of stars. During your turn, you may draw cards until you have 8 cards in your hand. It's like Bibarel, but even stronger, getting you 3 more cards, and just the way that you can mix up Skwovet, Bibarel, and Decidueye, you can draw an insane amount of cards very early on. I mean, you get 3 basics out, and then evolve 2 of them into, I don't know why I use these fingers, 2 of them into stage 1s, and then you can draw so many cards in a single turn. So those are our Pokemon. I'm really excited about this list. Let's jump to the energy because it's easier to explain. 2 Double Turbo, 10 Fighting Energy. We really want Fighting Energy. We need Fighting Energy not just for the attack cost, but also that Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR discards Fighting Energy using its attack. So we really need a lot of energy. We only played 2 copies of Double Turbo because we only want one Hisuian Decidueye V out, and we don't want to spend time attaching 3 energy over 3 turns. We really want to just do 2 attachments, maybe less. But yeah, those are our energies right now. Let's jump into trainers here, and I'm just going to go down the list. We have 3 Ultra Ball, because Ultra Ball lets you search out for anything. It also lets you discard some of the extra cards. We're playing 2 lines of Bibarel because of prizes, but if you didn't prize those, you don't need 2 Bibarels out. You just need the 1 so you can discard them with Ultra Ball. Same with the Hisuian Decidueye V. The Mankey and Annihilape you really don't want to discard because we are only playing 4 of those. And if we play 1 Hisuian Decidueye, that's 2 prizes. They have 4 prizes left. You want all 4 of those to be basically Annihilapes. You know what I mean? So, right, Ultra Ball lets you just get rid of some cards you don't need, but also lets you search for any Pokemon you might need as well. 2 copies of Switch. One issue I was running into, especially playing against the AI, not so much against players, but it's something that if a player finds out the strategy of the deck, could be used against me. So they would boss up a Bibarel, and I'm kind of just stuck with a Bibarel in the active. It's 2 retreat cost. Am I going to spend 2 turns attaching Fighting Energy and then retreating it just for them to boss it up again? No, I threw in a couple copies of Switch. Maybe this is the card that you change out for yourself, because most people are taking 1-hit KOs and that kind of stuff. However, you gotta watch out for that Sableye move of boss up something into the active, have it be stuck there, and then just Sableye ping the bench, you know? So, yeah, that's what this is here for. We've got 4 copies of Bruno, because everyone's talking about Bruno nowadays. You shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 4, unless you had a Pokemon KO'd the last turn. Then you draw 7. This deck wants Pokemon KO'd, so I thought Bruno was a fun one, and it turned out it was. Also, we don't want to discard too much. We don't want to be playing Professor's Research and discarding so many Pokemon and so many rare candies and that kind of stuff. So we went with Bruno instead. We got 4 copies of Rare Candy, the card that texts that may not make sense. But it lets us skip an evolution, hence we're not playing Primates, and we got 4 of them. There's 4 Mankeys, there's 4 Annihilapes. You do the math. You need every Mankey and every Annihilape with Rare Candy. It's a lot to ask, but surprisingly, I'm able to make it work. We've got 2 copies of Energy Recycler. You probably just need the 1, but the second one's nice to have just in case of emergencies, so I have the second one in there. 3 copies of Avery, because I find that really hurts Lost Zone decks. They like to set up their whole bench with a ton of Pokemon. They're usually full, and playing Avery, requiring them to discard 2, sometimes it's easy for them. If one's playing Lumineon V, they might discard that pretty easily, but the ones I've played against, they've struggled. They've really had to cut back because they have so much support Pokemon that they need that it's hard to discard certain Pokemon like their attackers and whatnot, their backup attackers, and it led to some victories. So I've had a lot of fun with Avery. 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball, because we don't want our Mankeys prized. If 2 Bidoofs get prized, that's an issue. If our 1 copy of Skwovet gets prized, that's going to hurt. So we have the 1 copy of Hisuian Heavy Ball. Arguments about the second copy needed, but hopefully you're taking prizes fast enough. That's not too much of an issue. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get your basics out. You gotta get your basics out. This is a great way to do it. Just get your basics out. We play 3 copies of Mesagoza. Again, we just want Pokemon. And I love Mesagoza. I think it's a fantastic stadium. Sure, I hate it when I flip more tails than my opponent on Mesagoza, but since we need the Rare Candy and the Annihilape, we need Mesagoza in order to search for those Pokemon when we have the Rare Candy. Sadly, we don't have anything to search for item cards in the deck, which, arguments about Arven in the deck. I tried Arven. I couldn't really get it to function how I wanted to, but maybe you can make it work better. So Mesagoza really helps get the evolutions when needed. And then last but not least, we play 4 copies of Gutsy Pickaxe. It's mostly a draw card, but sometimes you can attach a fighting energy to a benched Pokemon, which can be useful. Other times it can really mess you up. I had one match where I ended up with like 3 energy on a Skwovet because I kept hitting energy on Gutsy Pickaxes and I couldn't draw out of it. It was hilariously terrible. But it's a fun card. I love it. It's in the deck, and hopefully it will let you power up your Annihilape while you're focused on your Hisuian Decidueye, or it will just let you draw cards and get the cards you need. That is Doomape. Using these awesome deck box sleeves and coin that I posted on the community channel, or the community side of YouTube. So yeah, be sure to subscribe so you see those things and see the new things that come to the Pokemon TCG Live. I won't guarantee that I'll post all of them, but I'll try. Alright, so we are jumping into this AI game to test out the deck, really show you guys how it is, and we fail the coin flip. Great way to start off. And if they're playing a Psychic deck, that's going to hurt. Your whole deck, this whole deck is weak to Psychic, which can definitely be an issue, especially if you're playing against stuff like, oh my gosh, the name's on the, Gardevoir! Oh, jeez. I'm recording this right after that Rare Candy video, so clearly I'm still in vacation. Still in vacation mode here. We do start off Hisuian Decidueye though, so that will let us use the Mountain Hunt attack, which is pretty fantastic for us. We are playing against an electric deck, but looks like a Pachirisu deck, which I don't think we need to be too concerned about. We hit weakness against them, and they are going to struggle against us. So, what do we do here? Avery will not make him discard anything, but we've got 2 rare candies. We've got Bibarel, we got Mesagoza. Let's go ahead and Mesagoza. And if we get Tails, I think I'll Bruno. We get Tails, so I think I'm going to Bruno. Avery's a good one, though. Avery would be 1 less card, and we don't shuffle Pokemon in, or we don't shuffle cards in, so we're more likely to draw newer cards. So we're just going to go Avery. Mankey, we got Mankey. We also got Ultra Ball, and this Ultra Ball will allow us to discard a Bruno and the other Ultra Ball and grab Bidoof. Since we have the Bibarel in hand, we're looking pretty good right now, actually. We'll play that down, and we will go ahead and Mountain Hunt, and I'm going to grab the Double Turbo Energy and the VSTAR here. Arguments about grabbing Skwovet to maximize Bibarel's draw, but I don't even know if Skwovet's in there. I didn't even look. I was just focused on the 2 cards I wanted, which is a really bad thing for me to be doing, but it's what I do. I don't check prizes, because I don't... Okay, this might sound weird, but I kind of subscribe to the philosophy of, if it's prized, does it really matter? Is your strategy gonna change if it's prized? Yeah, we lost the Bidoof, that's too bad. We do have the Hisuian Decidueye V star power. Yeah, so we still have some draw here, and that'll be fun. We will go ahead and play the Double Turbo, we will play the Gutsy Pickaxe, which gets us a Gutsy Pickaxe, which we will play. And Mesagoza. Okay. We will use Mesagoza, see if we can grab that Annihilape and get a Mankey evolved right now. No, we can't do that, so we're going to just go ahead and Bruno. We did have a Pokemon KO'd last turn, so we're going to draw 7 cards here. Ooh, good cards, good cards. No Rare Candy, though. That's too bad. I am sad about that, but we do get a Bidoof. We got an Ultra Ball. We got Mesagoza if they discard our Mesagoza. We are not looking terrible right now, and we are going to get a KO, which will be 1 more card. No, I do not want to discard any energy. 280 damage. Remember, it's 160 minus 20 because of the Double Turbo. We get Skwovet. I thought it was prized. I didn't even look. I thought it was prized, though, and yeah, we are doing pretty good right now. They evolve up into Regieleki V Max, which does have free retreat, but we can 1-hit KO this. We have the energy to do it. We can rebuild him. Boss's orders again. bossing up the Bidoof. Because it's Bidoof with 1 retreat cost, I can just attach an energy and retreat, and I think that's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to Mesagoza, see if I can get a Bibarel. That'd be pretty nice. Hey, we finally hit heads. I'm going to grab that Bibarel. But before I evolve, I need to retreat. That is a must. So we will play that down and retreat. And that's going to actually really hurt our... So that... I really want to discard the double turbo. I really want to. And Ultra Ball, discard the Mesagoza, discard the double turbo, grab a Mankey and play that down, and then just draw 3 with Bibarel. I don't know if that's the right move, because we kind of need that energy to one-hit KO Regieleki. But I'm doing it, you know? We don't have a Mankey. Oh, man, I'm just going to fail it then. I'm just going to fail it, dang. At least we get to draw more with Bibarel. We used our VSTAR? We have not. We're going to draw more with Star of Fortune. There we go. Draw up to 8. Look at that. Beautiful. Somehow, some way... Hey, look, we get Mankey. We have 2 prized Mankeys. That's right. If we're playing 4 and we didn't get any off Ultra Ball, we only got 2 in the field. I mean, obviously, but... so yeah, I think I'm going to Bruno, which will bring us down to 4 cards. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to Bruno. We draw. We get the rare candies. We got nothing to play. 2 Annihilape just went into the deck. So, yeah, I'm just going to somersault here. I think if I discard 1 fighting energy, I get the KO. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to discard 1 energy, and we're going to get this KO. Yep, there we go. KOing the Regieleki VMAX, grabbing 3 prizes. 1, 2, and 3. We only got 2 prizes left to go, and we haven't even evolved a Mankey. This is crazy. I know we're playing against the AI, and they're an electric deck, so it makes it even easier. I will 2-hit KO that Regieleki, probably against an actual player, because they probably would have taken care of the Hisuian Decidueye, or they would have given me the 0 aura to attack, or something like that. How does this work? Oh, okay, so it's going to do 60 to me, not that big of a deal. I really do want to get Annihilape, though. We will Mesagoza and see if we can grab one. What do we draw? What do we draw? Avery. Yeah, I will No, first I will Avery. Draw 3. Still no Annihilape? Holy cow. Now we will Mesagoza. Come on, heads. Come on, heads. Tails. Okay. We have 3 rare candies. So if we... Wow. If we Skwovet, we're going to put 3 rare candies on the bottom of the deck while we're trying to get the evolution. So I'm just going to somersault... what is that? Somersault something. Somersault feathers or something like that. We get the heavy ball. We don't really need the heavy ball. I really want my final attack to be with Annihilape, but I don't think that's going to happen. They've only taken 1 prize. I guess Rage Fist would be doing 70, doubled with weakness, 41. So maybe. But I got to get the evolution and the energy to do so. Look, and they put the Mankey in the active for me. So I will Avery first, because there's so many Annihilapes there. There we go. We finally get one, and we get the energy. Here we go. Annihilape will attack this game. Showing you guys exactly how awesome this is. So we will flip. We are flipping. Heads. Yes, we will evolve another Annihilape. Very excited about that. Alright, the game is coming to an end. We definitely have victory right now, and we will use it to do Rage Fist to KO the Regieleki for the final prize and claim sweet, sweet victory. And that's Doomape. That is, I mean, Obviously, Hisuian Decidueye V would probably be knocked out way earlier, but that just makes the Rage Fist even more ragier. So, yeah, very excited about the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Gonna be recording at some point, but I hope you enjoy the deck. And, yeah, go ahead and like the video if you like what you're seeing with Doomape. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what I do here. And join the Discord so we can have more one-on-one interactions. And you can see what I'm building in a little bit of preview. Because I kind of ask you guys for help with my lists when I'm struggling, you know? And this deck, I was struggling with at first. But then I figured out how to make it work. Yeah, and today, actually, day of recording, I saw LDF put out his own Annihilape list, and it looks very different from mine, so I was very happy to see that. I was worried when I saw the thumbnail that, like, somehow, like, he got to the same situation as me, but luckily, we diverted enough where I think both decks are good on their own. Obviously, he's, you know, his deck building is very different than mine. A lot of his decks don't work for me, but I like to see them, you know? So, yeah. And, of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.